It is still part of an intense investigation by Kentucky State Police in Whitley County, but a baby girl delivered right before her mother died of a gunshot wound has also passed away.
Hello from sunny Florida. Coach Cal and company took the podium and the practice floor for their first day in the Sunshine State. We'll have live reports from Jacksonville coming up.
Rain chances increase for your Thursday, but the weekend looks rather nice. Those details coming up now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
In just a little more than 24 hours, Coach Cal and the Cats will take the floor to kick off their run at title number 9. The lingering question, though, will they have to do it without star sophomore P.J. Washington? With the answer in the Sunshine State, we turn to WYMT's Will Puckett and Willie Hope. They're live from Jacksonville. Guys.
Steve, hello from Jacksonville. It might be a little bit warmer, Willie, here in Jacksonville than it is back in Hazard, but we trust us. We will bring back some sunshine for you all back home. Like Steve said, Willie, the question mark that looms over Kentucky, how healthy is P.J. Washington, and will he play tomorrow?
Now, of course, the major storyline is that he is scheduled to play tomorrow if everything goes according to plan. Coach Cal talked about that a little bit today. I know you and I were talking about what the boot could possibly mean. Sometimes it's precautionary like it was in this situation, but other times it might be for serious injury. So it turns out that Washington was not with the team earlier today. Everybody was looking for him, fans, of course. I talked about a little bit about this in the 5:30. Washington was getting a second look at his sprained foot from a specialist, but he is with the team now right about 2 hours ago. Now here's what head coach John Calipari had to say about Washington's injury.
Play tomorrow.
PJ sprained his foot in the Tennessee game. We had him in the boot for a while. X-rays, everything was negative, MRIs. But we sent him to a specialist. Again, precaution. He wants to play. Well, if you know me, I'm like, wait a minute. Let's go get one more level of this.
So like I said earlier, Washington is scheduled to play. Everything went well with the MRI. No, Cats fans, we're definitely looking for Washington today after the news came out about his injury. I know you talked to a couple Cats fans today at practice.
Yeah, definitely, Willie. There were a couple of Kentucky fans in attendance, and of course, they wanted to see all the Cats play, that practice. They wanted to see Coach Cal, but the question of where was P.J. Washington has Kentucky fans extremely worried. Now, let's talk about P.J. Washington. Cal mentioned today, besides a few minutes last year for Nick Richards in the NCAA tournament, P.J. is the sole player on this team with any tournament experience. The fans certainly love him. His teammates do too, but his possible absence has fans worried as the Cats' first-round matchup looms.
See where P.J.'s at with that boot. That's got us worried. But I think we'll be all right today. We've got the Abilene shoot 40% from three-point. That's a concern for us because we don't guard the three-point line very well.
That worries me a little bit, but I've seen it was only precautionary, so I think I'll be ready to play tomorrow.
Because he's mainly the person that makes a bunch of layups and stuff, and he's like one of the best people on their team like that. But he might not be as good as usual because of it.
So there you saw fans of all ages. They love P.J. Washington. We love watching P.J. Washington. Again, Willie, the thing to stress is Coach Cal says he expects P.J. Washington to play tomorrow. That still honestly remains to be seen.
I mean, you never know with injuries like this. We saw it with Reed Travis last week, in fact, against Tennessee and Alabama. Everybody was worried about, would he come back as the same Reed? And he did. We'll see how many minutes PJ plays tomorrow and if he looks like himself.
Reed Travis balled out. They fell short of an SEC title. Hopefully PJ can come back and the Cats can not fall short in the NCAA tournament. Willie will be back in sports. I'll be back at 11 for now, live outside of VyStar Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Jacksonville. Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News, and Willie Hope.
All right, Will and Willie, thank you very much. Now, also tomorrow, the University of Pikeville will play in the NAIA National Tournament. They posted this team picture yesterday. The Bears take on Talladega in tomorrow's opener beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The games are being played at Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, Missouri. A shooting in southern Kentucky has claimed a second life. A young mother delivered a baby shortly before she died and after she was the victim of a shooting outside a Whitley County home. Police have not said if Jerry Johnson's death was the result of a crime, but officials say the death of her 4-day-old daughter is the result of a crime. WYMT's Phil Pendleton explains in what police say is a complex and bizarre investigation.
This home at the end of Steel Hollow Road in rural Whitley County is where 26-year-old Jerry Johnson was shot. Now, she died Saturday night, but not before she delivered a baby girl. That baby died last night. Its death is listed as a homicide. Kentucky State Police in London say the manner of Jerry Johnson's death is still under investigation, and whether it was a murder, an accident, or something else is not known yet. Johnson died after 6 Saturday night after police say she was shot outside her boyfriend's home on Steel Hollow Road in the Rockholds community near Corbin. They say that boyfriend then drove Johnson to the hospital where doctors were able to deliver a baby girl before her mother died. She was named Amelia, and she died Tuesday from a condition the coroner describes as the baby receiving a lack of oxygen and blood to the brain. And again, just to reiterate, although that the baby girl's manner of death is listed as a homicide, her mother's death is still listed as being under investigation by Kentucky State Police. In Whitley County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Just a sad story all the way around. Crowley Funeral Home in Williamsburg is handling arrangements for both Jerry Johnson and her daughter, Amelia. Police say a Pike County man tried to rob a woman at Bob Amos Park this morning. Investigators say this is the man, Troy Scarberry. He is from Elkhorn City. They say he pulled a knife on the woman. She was not injured. This happened near the Overlook. Scarberry faces a robbery charge.
Well, once again, mostly sunny skies. The big story for today. Clouds now working in, and you get views like this. This is the Mountain Parkway, the latest image now showing cloudy skies. Hard to find sunshine there in Slade, and even the cloud cover now starting to take over as you work over near Prestonsburg at Stonecrest Golf Course. Of course, we'll continue to watch it, but notice the cloud cover working in, and now most of eastern Kentucky under those cloudy skies, thanks to this low pressure system working in and bringing that cold front with some showers for tonight. Temperatures, they're still in the 60s despite the cloud cover. 66 in Music City, 63 in Hazard, and 61 in Atlanta. The next 5 days, those temperatures going to be below average thanks to that cold front. But what about the rain chances? Steve will break down what you need to know for the rest of the week coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, Andrew, thank you. In the month of February, officials from the Kentucky Division of Forestry responded to only 20 fires. This month alone, they have already responded to more than 100. Spring forest fire season began in mid-February, but all that rain we had certainly helped. Officials in Hazard told WYMT's Justin Case they've now worked 12 fires in the last 2 days. He joins us now live with more. Justin?
Steve, I'm here at the Wendell H. Ford Airport, as you can see here behind me, and officials from the Kentucky Division of Forestry, they will take off from this airport, fly around the region, and look for fires across eastern Kentucky. Like you said, 7 fires they spotted yesterday, also responding to another 5 fires today. Now, I did stop by one home here in Perry County where a brush fire started about 3 hours ago. People living at the home say the fire started shortly after they began burning trash, and forestry officials tell me most of the fires they see this time of year are caused by people burning trash or even because of arson. A burn ban is currently in effect from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. They say that is the most likely window of time for forest fires or other kinds of fires to start.
This past 10 days have been pretty dry. We're starting to see an increase in fire activity. We're on our 10th day in a row here of fires in the area. Anywhere from 3 to 6 fires a day, averaging around 2 acres in size.
Steve, now there are several factors contributing to the fires during this fire season. They say increasing temperatures, decreasing humidity. They also say the wind, which we can feel right now here at the airport, as well as the lack of rain. They say those are some of the major factors that are contributing to this uptick in fires that they're seeing now. So coming up at 11, we're going to have more details on this story and more of what you can watch out for to keep yourself and your home safe. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Justin. Of course, the rain coming in tonight should help that situation. Well, today, firefighters and other first responders honored 911 dispatcher Grant Levi Grubbs, who died following a crash late last week in Perry County. His funeral was held today at the Forum. Here in Hazard, Jakes Branch and Hazard Fire Departments honored Grubbs by raising an American flag from their trucks as the procession drove by. Grubbs worked as a dispatcher for Perry County 911. He was buried in Breathitt County. Grubbs was only 43 years old. 27 days later since he was last seen, the family of Kenneth Neese says his jacket was found along the Middle Fork of the Kentucky River near the Breathitt-Perry County line, but they still do not know what happened to him. WYMT's Taylor Upchurch talked to his family today.
27 days of searching have come and gone.
They was all searching on the riverbanks, and they found the jacket.
A brown coat found just 10 feet above the Middle Fork of the Kentucky River, belonging to Kenneth Neese. Neese went missing in February. Families say they found the coat, its front side sopping wet, its pockets dry with snacks, gloves, and phone numbers stashed inside.
It's bad. It's bad.
Nearly 30 people searching riverbanks on foot, four-wheelers, and boats.
So far, we've come up with nothing. None of his clothes, not even a shoestring that would have got tangled up in a tree.
Family says it's unlike Kenneth not to call. Now their hopes of finding him alive are dwindling.
We need the body so we can do what we need to do. And then the law will do what they need to do. From there, hopefully, we can come to an end with this.
And we won't stop till we find him. He's somewhere. And it probably won't be good, but we will find him. We won't quit till we find him.
Praying for a miracle. In Breathitt County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News.
If you have any information, you should call Kentucky State Police at 606-435-6069. Right now, the fight continues against two abortion laws passed by lawmakers this legislative session. Both of those bills have been signed into law by the governor, but the ACLU claims they are unconstitutional. One of the bills is temporarily blocked by a judge. Senate Bill 9, known as the Fetal Heartbeat Bill, bans abortions once a heartbeat is detected. That was signed into law back on March 15th. House Bill 5 was signed by Governor Bevin and has not been blocked yet.
Simply says that in Kentucky, we think it's inappropriate to kill an unborn child simply because of its race or of the child's gender or of a perceived disability.
Governor Bevin says his administration is committed to defending these laws. The Martin County Sheriff's Department received around $7,500 worth of electrical weapons. The company in Lexington donated them after hearing of the money troubles in the department. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher joined in on their first training day.
Many law enforcement agencies use tasers.
And I was like, what's a taser glove? You know, is it hold my hand out and it shoots you, or?
But now there's a new electrical weapon on the market, and the Martin County Sheriff's Office just received 8 of them.
You know, crime rate's increasing. You know, I'm the only one out from, 12 hours, at night.
After cutbacks and layoffs, Aaron Blevins is the only paid deputy.
Yeah, it makes me feel safer a little bit, knowing that I have that, that power in my hand, of electricity. Electricity is a very powerful thing.
Compliant Technologies specializes in this type of enforcement. The company heard about the department's hardships and donated around $7,500 worth of new equipment.
If you've got this glove on you, it's going to give you the advantage.
Sheriff John Kirk says these are game-changing gloves.
It's like getting into an electric fence. If you've ever been to an electric fence before, it's about like that. You're anxious to get away from it real quick.
During training on Wednesday, constables, deputies, and jailers tested them out.
And he's like, listen, they had a 450-pound deputy that they grabbed a hold of, and he went to the ground like a sack of potatoes.
Then I joined in.
380 volts, it's going onto your bare skin.
hoping to keep law enforcement and the county safe. In Martin County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Marianne is okay. The department also received the E-band restrictor, which is a remote-controlled electrical weapon that is good for transports or courtroom proceedings.
Well, we'll continue to look at clouds and rain chances increasing over the next 24 hours. Eventually, the sunshine will return, but when? The answer coming up in 5 minutes.
And a group of female inmates at the Letcher County Jail are making history. We'll tell you why coming up.